Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of an Undisputed video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at every fighter that was announced to be dropped in Undisputed. Now, I'm making this video because in my live streams, I've been getting a lot of questions as to who's in the game, why isn't so-and-so in the game, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to look up a little bit of information for you guys to get you guys every fighter that's actually going to be in the game. So as you guys can see here, this article is from Forbes, and it says every announced fighter that wasn't included at launch. So these are all the guys that aren't in the game yet, but that are going to be added to the game. Now, a precursor to this, I know a lot of you guys are wondering about Ryan Garcia. I did a little bit of research on him. He's not in the game because he is suspended right now. But once his suspension is served and it's lifted off of him, more than likely he's going to return to the game. So those of you guys that have been looking to play with Ryan Garcia, you're going to have to wait it out until his suspension is over, and then he'll be added back to the game. So let's go ahead and look at all the fighters that haven't been in the game yet. So let's go down here. So right here, as you guys can see, here's a look at all the announced fighters who are not part of the game's launch roster. So we're going to be getting Jack Dempsey, Jack Johnson, Vladimir Klitschko is going to be in the game, Vitaly Klitschko, Hector Camacho Sr., Jake LaMotta, Juan Manuel Marquez, Marco Barrera is going to be in the game. We got Eric Morales, Nonito, I don't know how to say that guy's last name, Donaire, I think that's how you say his last name. I don't want to butcher his last name, but it is what it is. We got Timothy Bradley Jr. Now, Eric Morales and Timothy Bradley Jr. are going to be welcome sights, man, because these guys are well-known names. So is Nonito. He is a well-known name. I've never been able to pronounce this dude's last name. I don't understand why. And then Juan Manuel Marquez and Jake LaMotta have been asked for a lot in my live streams, as well as the Klitschko brothers. But let's keep going. So we got Oscar Valdez Jr., Shakur Stevenson. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about Shakur Stevenson. Ray's going to be in the game. Fernando Vargas is going to be in the game. Mike McCallum's going to be in the game. Marcos Maidana is going to be in the game. And Roman Gonzalez is going to be in the game. Now, Maidana is somebody that I've been seeing people ask for here and there. Not a big like following to want him in the game, but I'm not surprised that he is. Fernando Vargas is going to be another really good player in the game. And then there's Shakur Stevenson, right? Now, I feel like Shakur Stevenson, because of the popularity that he's gained within the last couple of years, is really, really a big addition to this game, because it's going to make a lot of the newer generation want to buy Undisputed and play with him, just because of the weight that his name holds, right? So this, I would expect whenever he does get dropped into the game, there's going to be a plethora of new people playing the game. Right, let's go ahead and scroll down here. We got Juan Francisco Estrada, Chris Algieri, Sergey Mora is going to be in the game, Gabriel Rosado, Edgar Berlanga, which a lot of people have been asking for, David Lemos, I think that's how you say his last name. I don't know. Sergey Kovalev, Badu Jack, Paulie Malignaggi is going to be in the game. My goodness. Rafael Marquez, Oscar Bravo, Butterbean. You can never have a boxing game without Butterbean. Kelly Pavlik, Irslandi Lara, Lucas Brown, George Kambosos Jr. is going to be in the game too. Joe Smith Jr., Michael Nunn, Michael Hunter, Fernando Vargas Sr., Ricardo Mayorga. That's, talk about a name. And then we're just going to go down. I don't want to be naming off all these guys. Jamal Herrick's going to be in the game. Zaylee Zhang, Cedric Doumbé, Alexander Povetkin's going to be in the game as well. Diego Corrales. Let's see. We got Tim Titu. Let's see. Bada Hari's going to be in the game as well. Oscar Bravo. Hector Camacho Jr., Fernando Vargas Jr. So we're getting juniors and seniors in the game. And I'm scrolling down so that way really slow so that way you guys can see the fighters. And then at the very end, we're getting Chris Cyborg. Now, I don't understand exactly why Chris Cyborg's gonna be in the game, but I feel like it's just to give a bump to the women's weight classes. But yeah, I guess a welcome sight. I guess Chris Cyborg into the game. But yeah, those are all the new fighters that are going to be in Undisputed that have been named. Now, I want to touch on something real quick because I know obviously you guys are going to say there's no Tank Davis, there's no Floyd Mayweather, there's no Anthony Joshua, there's not even Andy Ruiz is in the game as well. But those guys, first I want to say this. Those guys, just because they haven't been announced for the game doesn't mean that they won't be added to the game at some point. These are just all the ones that have been named so far. But from what I hear, Undisputed just got funding for their game. I think they just got $20 million in funding for their game. So they probably will be able to give a little bit of that maybe to getting a couple of licensed fighters. But you got to understand, too, these fighters want a lot of money for being in the game. Right? I heard Floyd Mayweather wanted $10 million to be in the game. And that's a little bit too much for an upstart company like ESBC, right? Steel City. It's a little bit too much money for them. Maybe on Fight Night, with the release, or we're hearing there's rumblings of EA Vancouver working on Fight Night. Fight Night probably will have Floyd Mayweather in there because they have the money to be able to spend. But I wouldn't anticipate Floyd Mayweather being in Undisputed. But Tank Davis, on the other hand, might be a different subject. He might want, maybe instead of, 10 million, maybe he might want 2, 3. You never know. But these guys aren't in the game for a reason, guys. I don't think it's because Undisputed hasn't reached out to them and tried to get them in the game. You got to understand these guys want compensation as well because they're basically independent contractors. They need to make as much money as they possibly can. And that kind of clashes with Steel City because Steel City is an up-and-coming company. They're just barely now getting funded and picked up. So that's probably a large majority of the reason why a lot of the bigger names aren't in the game. But just because they're not in the game right now doesn't mean that they won't be in the game in the future. But that's it, my people. Let me know what you guys think of this new roster that's going to be added into Undisputed. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you appreciate it? Let me know in the comment section because I really want to hear what the community of Undisputed is saying about this roster. But like I said, that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video and you guys are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated, as well as slap that like button so this video does get tossed into the YouTube algorithm. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, likes on a video really help the YouTube algorithm pump the videos out to more and more people, so that way more and more people get notified. So have the information of the newer fighters, and as well as just different kinds of content. So make sure you guys are slapping those like buttons. It means a lot to me that you guys do that, as well as sub up because we are on the grind to 10K. But until next time, my people, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from, and I will see you guys in the next video.